Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen with news on the roadmap roundup, Drake's DefenseCon Expo and sale, some more info on the Cutlass Blue and its related bounty hunter gameplay, as well as some subscriber news as well. A bit of a patch numbering convention thing first though. The next major patch is 3.10 and is pegged for the end of June 2020, also known as the Q2 2020 patch. I am going to refer to this patch as 3.10.0 now, and the 3.11 patch, the Q3 patch, 3.11.0. Hopefully that will avoid some confusion, because obviously I don't want people to get confused with patch 3.1 and 3.1.0 and stuff like that, if you see what I mean, because that could happen, especially when people are comparing patch notes and looking at how things have changed in the future. Let's take a look at the roadmap changes this week. There's been some additions and a little bit of a tweakage here. So thruster efficiency curves and aerodynamics have been added to 3.10.0 to further round out the flight model improvements. Thruster efficiency curves will drastically change the way thrusters work in atmospheres. The work will include a major update to aerodynamics for ships, resulting in far more dynamic and believable behavior for ships in atmospheres. Really looking forward to this. We're going to see thrusters basically less powerful in atmosphere as well. And this goes hand in hand with the new targeting methodology, the high-speed combat stuff, hopefully bringing ship combat into a bit of a better place. Also connected to that and the general sort of ship gameplay experience is the ship HUD rework, and this has seen an updated description as well as a lot of work done to it over the last few weeks. Rebuilding our ship HUDs to use the new building blocks UI system ahead of further redesigning the look of the UI. We will also take this time to improve some of the functionality of the ship HUDs, and you can expect to see further HUD work done in future patches beyond this as well. Incredibly important part of interacting with the game and understanding the game and understanding your ship and flying your ship is going to be that HUD, and if they do it right, that's going to really add a lot to the feel of a good flight model, good ship combat, good feeling for the ships in general. Some other features made progress as well for 3.10.0. We've got a load of work done for the new Babbage shop additions, body dragging, height map improvements, for the terrain looking better. We also saw a little bit of work done to Grim Hex. So those Grim Hex updates, actually, they are expanding out Grim Hex to have a proper large set of hangars so that you can spawn large ships and actually have ships stored there. They're adding a racetrack. They were also sort of like making it a proper landing zone with all the functionality that you'd expect that comes with that. For 3.11.0, the Q3 2020 patch, the end of September patch, we had improved throwing, getting 21 tasks added to it, and the space station cargo decks getting 13 tasks added. We also saw some more work on the Crusader Hercules recently, which we were expecting in the Q4 2020 patch at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see. The June's RSI subscribership, for people that are subscribed to the RSI stuff, is the Carrack, so that will make a lot of people happy. You'll be able to use that ship all throughout June if you are an RSI subscriber. It also looks like the next set of planned subscriber flair will be different coloured multi-tools. We saw them in a poster in the latest Jump Point subscriber magazine. Fleet Week, it's coming to an end, and the free fly is going to end on the 2nd of June, so it was extended because of some of the server deployment and issues they were having with people not being able to log on and stuff like that, so a little bit extra seems at least semi-reasonable. Hopefully we will see the sales hang around until the free fly has ended as well, but this has been, I think, the best sales period for CIG so far. We'll have a look at the data once we actually have it all in a future video, but grab ships by the 1st of June to avoid disappointment if you are buying something. Remember, you will be able to get everything in-game at some point. We have the Drake DefenseCon and ship sales starting at 7 PM UTC today, Saturday the 30th of May, and there are going to be some limited hulls on offer from Drake, with the expectation that this is the Kraken and potentially the Kraken Privateer being sold in small numbers. I'll link the information for the 3 waves below. I expect them to sell out incredibly quickly. I think the last time the Kraken was on sale it was $1,650, and the last time the Privateer was on sale it was effectively $2,000 Very expensive ships, so bear that in mind. You will be able to get them in-game. We also saw some additional clarification on the Cutlass Blue, which will be available for free fly and to buy during the 30th of May and the 1st of June. The Cutlass Blue's quantum dampening drive will not be able to take ships out of quantum, but still produces a field that prevents ships from going into quantum. The Mantis is a support and utility craft, which will also pull ships out of quantum and hold them there as well if needed. The Cutlass Blue is more of a brawler, which also hunts, snaring and detaining targets, and presents another target that has to be dealt with, and it's got 2 size 2 power plants, which means it can operate its quantum dampening device and fight without issue, whereas the Mantis has to make concessions to what it powers when it's using its quantum interdiction device. The ships as a pair, the Blue and the Mantis together, would work very well together. It is likely we will see other ships using either the Mantis's sort of like full quantum interdiction enforcement device stuff, or the Cutlass Blue just a dampening device in the future. When looking at an Avenger Stalker, it's really the sort of like starter bounty hunting ship, and the Blue is a step up from that for more serious bounty hunters, but also obviously it has their quantum dampening device as well, which means you're going to be able to catch people a lot better as well. The Blue is the fastest Cutlass variant available currently because it's got a better set of engines. The Black is intended as a multi-role cargo runner and raider, whereas the Blue is more of a bounty hunter ship or a police cruiser. Going to be used by militia, and NPCs will be using that as a police cruiser. You're going to see security forces stopping you will have a Cutlass Blue with them. Sort of makes sense. There are currently no other Cutlass variants planned beyond the Black, Blue and Red. The captured NPCs or players will eventually be able to be stored in those prisoner pods in the Cutlass Blue, or other prisoner pods as well, or other sort of like bounty hunter pods. We got some information on how these are currently intended to work in their sort of like current iterations, but this may change heavily in the future. So players are going to be able to choose to be rescued and wait in a pod once they've been captured, or once you've been captured, you can choose to just sleep, and that will have you spawn immediately at prison to start your sentence. The bounty hunter will see their pod occupied still, and will still have to drop that pod off at prison for their reward, but the player will already be there, if you see what I mean. So you don't have to wait if you don't want to. If you've been captured, legit, bam, just go to prison, start your sentence. I think that's a good idea, because then you don't have to worry about a bounty hunter holding you ransom effectively for several hours. Obviously, if a player hasn't committed a crime, there's no time to serve. I'm not sure if you'll be able to sleep in that situation, or maybe you can, but it immediately respawns you somewhere else. Also, it might be a crime to knock out, store, or capture players if they're not criminals in some areas. It also sounds like general prisoner transport missions might be a thing too in the future, filling up your Cutlass Blue with a load of prisoners from one area and then delivering them to a prison as sort of like cargo. There was no confirmation of audio sirens to go along with the flashing lights for the Cutlass Red or Blue. The lights are there to help show your intent. You can press T to turn in your light. Nino, look, I've come over here to rescue you if you're in the Cutlass Red, or stop, perp in the Cutlass Blue. I'm not sure if I got those sirens right. Maybe I should get CIG to give me a audio contract. And that's it, really, for the roadmap roundup and news for this week. Please check out my video on salvage, as Cloud Imperium gave us some more information on the mechanic and their plans for it for the near to medium term. I'll chuck that down below. Also, there's a video on the trading app being worked on for the economy side of things, which I think is incredibly important to the game, being able to send actual Alpha UEC to another player with its first iteration in 3.10 is going to be fantastic. But what do you think? Do you want sirens on the Cutlass Blue and Red to go with the lights, with the Nino sounds? Or do you want to make those sounds yourself? Are you going to try and pick up a Kraken in the Drake Defense Con sale? Do you think that the flight model might get significant improvements with 3.10.0's sort of updates? Do you think it will be in a better state? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. In addition to my May monthly giveaway for an Arrow, during Fleet Week, I'm also giving away a Cutlass Blue with Star Citizen game package that Cloud Imperium Games have kindly given me for that very purpose. to be in for a chance of winning that, just comment on this video or any made during Fleet Week 2020 on my channel. I would love it if you share this video around, as it really does help me, as does support through the YouTube join button or Patreon for people that want to go further. Also, I'm a shield for NordVPN, which I recommend for added internet privacy and security. Also, if you're looking for a gaming PC, instead consider Shadow. They provide cloud gaming PCs that leverage the power of the internet and an affordable monthly subscription instead of having to maintain your own rig. Use the code BoredGamer for discounts, but you can find links to everything down below.